What's good, everybody? Good morning, good night. It's about 1-something in the morning, so I don't know if I should say good morning or good night. But please excuse my view or your view because my windows are all foggy. But it's gonna kick in a little bit and look here. See, I'm just all unprepared. Ain't got my seatbelt on. I do this every time. I don't know why I get in the car and I just forget to put on my seatbelt every time. I don't know why I do that. But I'm about to put it on at the stop sign. But check this out, right? There's a verse in the Bible where God say, where Jesus, God the Son, says that we are the salt of the earth. And if salt loses its saltiness, then there's basically no point of it. It's discarded. You know, trodden under people's feet. There's no use of it anymore. What's the use of salt if it lost its saltiness? It can't do nothing, right? You can't salt. You can't season salt again. You know what I mean? Like you can season food, but you can't season seasoning. You know, if salt loses its saltiness, what can you do to bring its saltiness back? It can't come back. You can't salt. You know, that's what the Bible say. And there's another verse in the Bible where it talks about how, you know, if you felt the power of the Holy Spirit, and then you still turn from the faith, like that's usually it for you. Because if that didn't change your life, there's really nothing else that's going to. So I believe those two tie in together. Well, God is basically saying that a Christian who ain't a Christian no more is just useless. There's nothing God can do with you if you were a Christian and then you just decided not to be one no more. You know, because of whatever reason, your uselessness is gone. Now that don't mean that some Christians can't. That doesn't mean that it's not possible for a Christian to backslide and then find their way back to God. That is possible. But like I said, there's a verse that talks about once you felt the power of the Holy Spirit, there's usually no change after that. If you still turn away, you're usually not going to turn back. But the Bible does say with God, anything is possible. So God is saying, okay, if you're not performing your purpose, what are you here for? That's basically what he's saying. If salt ain't no good, if it ain't gonna salt nothing no more, you can't salt, so you're done with it. You might as well throw it away. So what's your purpose? If you don't have a purpose, what can God do with you? So the message tonight is, let him use you. Let God use you. Every time there's an opportunity for God to use you, let him use you. Let him use you. I started substituting this week here. This week, just past. It's the weekend now, but this week I started subbing. You know, my first time substitute teaching. And my first gig was a substitute JROTC instructor. And all I'm gonna say is this, y'all. I saw that these guys knew the military very well. Like I was under two instructors. And see, the thing about for a JROTC instructor, you have to be at least an E6 in the military. That's a pretty high rank. And you have to be retired. So these guys have done 20 years. You know how somebody go to prison for 20 years, they get out, then they're out of touch with reality? Well, that's how these instructors are. Their whole life was military. So they think everything about the military is just fascinating. So when they talking to these youngsters in JROTC, their mind is not where these youngsters' mind is. So they can't really connect with them. Like they can teach them and try to instruct them in discipline and leadership and integrity and motivation and all this stuff. But if you can't connect with these children on a level that they can understand, then a lot of stuff that's coming out your mouth is going to be Greek to them. They're not going to be feeling it. You ever been in a conversation with somebody and they say one thing that you don't like and now you're not hearing nothing else they say? That's how it is with these teachers and students. And I'm telling you, I learned this from the first day on the job. And I was just thinking to myself, man, if they actually just talk to these kids about something different and just, you know, talk about life, talk about something that can get their attention, then you can maybe give these kids a good reason why they should listen to you. So the reason why I'm saying all that is you're not going to meet your full potential unless you let God use you the way you're supposed to be used. You see, I can't use salt to brush my teeth. I can't use salt to wash my car. It's not for that. It's not for that. See, a lot of us on this earth, man, and we walking in purposes and walking in callings that God didn't give us. We're living our life, you know, working at a 9 to 5. Some things that we went to school for and put our heart and soul into, but it may not be what God has for you. So all I'm saying, man, is that we need to really learn what our purpose is, ask God what our purpose is, and ask God to let us to ask God to show us how to let him use us. And when we start letting God use us, then that's when we really can see what we're here for, and we really can make an impact on this earth. And an impact in our own lives will be different when we're actually being used for the purpose that we're supposed to be used. That's all I got, man. Love y'all. Be blessed. Be watchful.